All right, it is 7 o'clock on Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026, and the regular meeting of the West Valley School Board of Directors is now called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any changes to the agenda?
We actually need to have communication. Item C is recognition of retirements. Linda Miller. Linda is here.
Good. Okay. Communications.
All right, very good. Item A is response to public comment. At the school board meeting on June 9th, community members expressed support for the German program and they requested adding a section at the junior high school. The response is that the request to add staffing at the junior high was carefully considered. When the course offerings and enrollment were considered for the entire program, district administration decided to retain staffing at the current level. For the 26-27 school year, the district will continue to offer German for students in grades 9 through 12. In addition, the district will promote the GAP program, the German-American Partnership Program, to increase student interest in German for the following school year. That concludes the response to public comment.
Okay. B.
Item B, we had letters that were submitted to the board. These are letters by students who are recognized for the WASA Student Leadership Award. That's the Washington Association of School Administrators. We had two students this year that received those Student Leadership Awards. Kenneth Lovelace was just completed his sophomore year at the West Valley Innovation Center. He was able to accelerate his learning using the flight simulators that were new this year at the Innovation Center. So we had recognized Kenneth, and he had a nice thank you letter in the board packet. And the other student is Cody Florine, and Cody is also just finished his sophomore year at the Innovation Center. Cody was excelled in his work to help to build an airplane on campus this year. It was in partnership with Cub Crafters. We really appreciate our partnership with Cub Crafters. Cub Crafters was also recognized for the WASA Community Leadership Award, and I believe we had some students that were being interviewed for jobs with Cub Crafters and our graduates. So appreciate that partnership with Cub Crafters. Cody did a great job helping to build the airplane, and just appreciate both those students submitting those letters of appreciation to the school board for the program at the Innovation Center.
Thank you.
And then finally, item C, we're going to recognize Linda Miller. So Linda is a longtime community member and a longtime teacher and a longtime supporter of West Valley Schools. She retired on June 30 of 2015, and she's helped with the West Valley Dollars for Scholars ever since. And I always get to ride the cart with her and help to pass out goodies when the Dollars for Scholars has their golf tournament and raises so much money for scholarships for our students. When we were riding around the cart, Linda said, I never did get recognized by the district for retirement. And I was like, oh my goodness, well, we're going to rectify that. So Linda Miller, 39 years of service to the West Valley School District. Her hire date was January 29th of 1976, and then retired in June 30, 2015. There's a nice plaque here. So Linda, come on up, and we'd like to recognize you. Handshakes all around here.
Thank you. Thank
What
you.
did you teach Sunday?
I taught kindergarten and first grade.
Oh, there's that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. And I taught in a variety of schools.
Very good.
I was at Holy Family 2 times.
Why don't you share with the board your history here in West Valley? It'd be
I
nice to
actually
hear.
subbed this from 75, the fall of 75, and in the middle of the year, I got a job. They opened up a first grade, which was at Holy Family. And I taught first grade the first 6 months, and then the next year I taught junior primary, which is the only year they ever did that, which was for kids that weren't ready for first grade. Which was kind of interesting. Parents weren't crazy about that idea. And then the next year, there were too many first graders, so I taught first grade at Holy Family, but for a Tanum. And then the junior high opened up, and I moved to Tanum for 3 years. And then due to moving and things like that, I moved to Summit View for 6 years. And then I had a couple of kids and I moved out to Mountain View and went to kindergarten for half time. And then during my time at Mountain View, they renovated Mountain View while they were building Cottonwood. So I taught a year at the high school. And then I went back to Holy Family for 6 months while it was being done, and then back to Mountain View. So, and both, I started out the first 12, 14 years of first grade, then I went down to kindergarten for the next 25. So,
Wow.
so anyway. But,
And one of your colleagues at Mountain View is Amber Stiles Gill, and
Yes.
Amber was
Amber
here.
started with me,
Yeah.
so yeah.
My
And then-
first teaching job.
Right.
She shared her room with me.
That's great. And Amber is now our principal, and Amber brought a nice gift for Linda as
I know.
well. So
Then I was PTA president at Mountain View for 2 years after I retired.
sweet.
And
Right.
so, and I've been doing Dollars for Scholars for about 25 years.
Oh,
It's a really neat organization. I know I've come over the years before you guys were here and tried to sell tickets to dinners, and now I get to, for the last 20 years, I've ridden with whoever has been superintendent. I started out with Peter Onsing, and then Mike, and now Peter. That we go around and talk to people, pass out and promote West Valley. And I need to say we are blessed with the number of people that attend our golf tournament and give money. That then we gave away $60,000 the other night, which is really neat to provide your seniors with scholarships. So,
It really adds up year after year.
oh, it
so.
does, it
thank you,
does.
Linda.
So,
All right,
So
well, let's
thank
give her a
you.
hand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we come to the program presentation, and is it Ryan or Candy?
Yep, we're gonna
first?
have Ryan's
Ryan.
gonna present, provide the budget process overview, and Candy here is our Director of Finance, and she is here for any questions and answer you might have. Ryan McDaniel is our Assistant Superintendent, and Ryan's gonna share an overview of the process.
Yeah, the budget process is outlined in that document. It's essentially just showing the process in which we go through to create that budget. As everybody knows, the enrollment prediction is what really drives our budget moving into the following year and our 4-year projections. But Candy, our new Director of Finance, has been doing a really good job of not only looking at what next year's budget's gonna be, but cleaning some things up that, some budgets that may have been under or over the last few years. And so just getting a better, clearer picture from our standpoint, her and I going through this process the first time together here in West Valley. And so it's been really nice to have Candy's knowledge and expertise with the district, historical knowledge. And then obviously leaning on Dr. Finch and his knowledge of the district too. So it's been a real eye-opening process, and it's been really enjoyable to work with these two as we push forward. And what is a difficult time for all school districts? You know, we're all pinching pennies and trying to identify ways in which we can best use our funds to serve our kids, and that's an ongoing struggle of give and take. And so we'll continue to use the strategic plan to make sure that we're doing the best job we can with our finances. But the last couple months, Candy's been working with our FTE projections, as well as some of the changes that have been taking place. One change, as an example, is our mid-level campus has lost some lab high poverty dollars, and so working through that and making sure that our staffing at the junior high reflects what our budget is going to be next year. I don't want to get too far into Candy's presentation here in a couple months, but just know that Candy will be doing a presentation talking about some of the grants that we have, and again, our FTE projections, as well as some staffing. To get that presentation in front of you, you can see where the dollars are going. Give you more of an opportunity to ask some questions as well.
Sorry, I thought maybe just as we go it would be better, but the money lost in the lab, is that due to parents not filling out the survey?
The question is the lab high poverty, is that due to parents not filling out the survey? Potentially, I mean, that could be part of the problem. It is a 3-year average, and we did see this coming. We knew this year we were right there in the bubble, and that next year it was possible that we're going to be losing some funds. It's just the nature of the calculations right now being so close.
Yeah.
It's challenging to project, but that is something that I know Candy and Communications have been working on, is making sure that we advertise that, make sure we're getting those documents back and filled out appropriately so that we have a good reflection of what our demographics are.
Thank you.
Candy, do you want to add anything?
Just working with the child nutrition director as well, and to make sure that, we're of course meeting the needs of our students, but also making sure that we're staying within, the allocation and everything, and doing accurate projections as best as we can. So.
And Candy has done an exceptional job working with the other directors, getting the information that she needs, and making sure that it's accurate. We get the most accurate budget possible moving into next year as well. Anything?
Well, you take us through the, what the timeline is then?
Yeah, so June 30th, Candy's gonna be reaching out to the local newspaper because you have to advertise when you're gonna be presenting the budget. So July 14th will be the first public hearing here at the board meeting. And then Candy will take you through a PowerPoint presentation talking about all the intricacies of what goes on behind the scenes, if you will, give you a better view of where our budget is at, and also an opportunity to ask some questions. And then the second reading was gonna be July 28th, but we needed to shift that, so that's gonna be August 4th. And then the board needs to take action by August 31st. That's the deadline for us of the board taking action. And then that finalized, board certified, if you will, budget then goes to our local ESD 105.
Any questions? Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Did we make it too easy? Okay, number 7 is public comment of a non-discussion agenda. There's no signups. Okay. Is there anybody that wanted to make a comment? Okay, hearing none, I will close the public comment time. Okay, number 8 is approval of the consent agenda. We have 6 items on the consent agenda, and we can take those all at the same time unless somebody wants to pull one for discussion, or if you have a simple question for clarification. A is approval of minutes, B is approval of vouchers, C is financial reports, D is approval of employment contracts, and approval of resignations, retirements, separations, and approval of leave requests. So I trust you've all looked through those in your packet. Does anybody have anything they want to pull out or any questions? Okay, I will entertain a motion.
Oh, I was just
Oh,
gonna
go
say,
ahead.
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead.
Approve it all as one.
Okay, the motion is on the floor. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed by the same sign. Motion approved 5-0. Now I gotta go through my pages and catch up. Okay, action items. There's basically one action item. There's 8 policies that we approved the first reading on. And again, the same thing on this action item. We can just vote on all 8 of those at the same time unless you would like to pull one out. Does anybody have any questions on any of these?
Can I just ask these, there's been no changes made
No-
since the first reading,
No
right?
changes since the first reading, correct?
Correct. Okay, I will make a motion to approve the 8 policy additions, the second reading. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed by the same sign. Motion carried 5-0. Okay, items arising.
Yeah, in conversations here with the board members, it appears that we would not be able to have a quorum on July 28th. So if it's okay, we'd like to move that board meeting to the next Tuesday, which is August 4th. Is that gonna work okay then? We'll have a quorum?
Yes.
Looks like we will. Very good.
Okay.
All right, that's my item arising.
Okay, thanks. Anything else? All right, reports. I trust you've all read through the reports. Are there any questions for Dr. Finch on any of the reports? Okay, superintendent's report.
Yeah, the superintendent's report is in the packet. It just shares all the different summer programs that we have. I was at White Hollow this morning with the summer reading and summer STEAM. It was great to see families there and kids having fun in the library. And just a reminder that all of our students from all of our elementary schools are able to check out books from the White Hollow Library because of the way that our library checkout system is. And so anyone can access books there from the White Hollow Library all throughout the summer. It's open on Tuesdays from June 16th to August 11th from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at the library in White Hollow Elementary. And then also we do have play and learn sessions in July. So that's every Friday in July, starting July 10th. And we'll have play and learn for families with children young ages 0 to 5. And that's on Fridays, 10 a.m. to 12 noon at the Innovation Center. It'll be in the gym at the Innovation Center. Have lots of space.
Great. Thank you. Are there any board reports for development? Okay, this is the shortest meeting in history. So, we're going to move in as a board to executive session for the performance of a public employee. We will be in session for about 60 minutes and no action will be taken.
All right, so we'll come back on to 8:15.
Yes.
Very good.
All right, it is 8:15 and I will add 20 minutes to our executive session. Okay, the executive session is adjourned at 8:36 with no action taken, and the regular board meeting is also adjourned at 8:36.